Hello and welcome to Making of RealmLords, the Wretched Invasion. My name is Ken Fisher. It's nice to have you along with me. We're going to be taking this first section and going through a little bit about what is the game and pretty much how it works. You know, how it works from a player standpoint. And in the future versions, future sections of this, we'll be getting into how some of the things are specifically crafted, how you put characters into the game, how you put quests into characters, how you put trees on the ground, that kind of stuff. Pretty much where the things come from and, you know, in general, what it's all about. We're sitting here at the, I'm logged into the master server at the moment, and I'm going to create a new character. I'm going to call him Roger. Make him an ash elf. Now let's just make Roger a human. We'll make Roger a human. Humans are pretty versatile. They do everything fairly well. They don't do extremely well at anything. Some of the races do better than them. But in any case, we'll just grab Roger and create him. Roger's been created. Let's grab Roger and select him and enter the world. Then we hit the dreaded loading screen. RealmLords is set up in zones. Every time you go from one zone to another, you hit a loading screen. This is sometimes complicated because if, while you're in the process of working on something and you change the lighting, sometimes when you leave a zone and have to come back into the zone, then it has to stop and redo its mission lighting. This time we got lucky and Roger went straight in. Apparently the mission lighting that was here in Zone 1 is still functional. He moves around pretty much like a first-person shooter. He's ASDW, S is backwards, W forwards, A and D is turn left and right. There's strafes left and right. Not really used all that often. They probably would be more useful if you were doing something like PvP. RealmLords is mostly a PvE game. Let's figure out what we're going to do with Roger. Well, let's make Roger a ranger. A ranger is kind of like what a hunter would be in World of Warcraft. We have an advantage that Roger is an alt. So Roger doesn't have to worry about money when you have a main and then you create an alt in the game. All of your alts, all of your characters have access to your money, the player's money. So it's great. So if you roll a new character, you don't have to hassle with it. We're going to give him a wolf companion. That's one of the ranger skills. We're going to give him a buff. Enhanced melee damage, enhanced range critical. That's one where he buffs himself to increase his damage with a bow. Spell to heal the pet. Shock blast and shock bolt spells are unique in that we kind of wanted to give the ranger class kind of like a cross mix between a hunter and an elemental shaman in World of Warcraft. And so they do have two ranged attack spells. It's not a large amount of anything that's put onto it. Now, one thing that's unique, if you notice, we didn't really pick a class yet. We just signed him up as a ranger and got some ranger skills. It's possible, well, RealmLords doesn't really have a class system per se. It's based on a skill system, and in the skill system, for example, we could also cross-train him into druid skills. I'm just going to go ahead and do that here. Pick up his bear form, a buff called enhanced heal casting, Nature Blast, which is a druid DPS spell. Nature Bolt's another one. Regen Health Group is a heal over time for the whole for the party that you're in. Regen health self. Regen health target. He's also got regen mana skills. We're not going to load them up here right now. Get in here to his inventory. And you see I've got scads of these little scrolls. These are all the spells that he's bought but hasn't learned yet. So you control, double click, and that'll learn the spell. It basically adds the spell from the player's inventory into the player's spell book. When it's in your inventory, these aren't soulbound or anything. You can go get them and give them to somebody else. But once they're in your spell book as a spell, then they're staying in your spell book as a spell. You can't trade them around. Okay, let's set up regen health spell, or regen health self, as is 2. There are 9 hot links. Okay, see that little bug. There's animal form bear. And companion wolf. So we'll cast companion wolf and get the wolf up. Incidentally, what you're seeing is RealmLords in beta. We're just getting ready to go into wide beta, wide closed beta. So a lot of the things that you'll see here aren't exactly finished. They're as close to finished as we're going to get while we're still in the process. Just trained him at medium armor, which is the heaviest that he'll be able to wear as a druid ranger hybrid. Come on over and grab his armor. Oh, that's heavy.
Hey.
Medium. Just get one of each of these. I gotta watch my time. I'm planning on posting these on YouTube, and they don't like when you get over 10 minutes. So, in case I'm running out of time, here's Roger, and Roger's got his gear on. We can see his gear. I hit my F key. That gives me my free look from the camera. And his character sheet says he's got 106 armor. And he's a level 1 with no experience, so we'll have to take him out in a little bit. Okay, that's it for section 1. That's your sneak peek. We'll just continue on with this in the next section.